Dayna Sear is the founder and CEO of Smart Grant Solutions, a startup that provides affordable software as a service solutions for the critical grant management and compliance issues for nonprofit organizations. In parallel, Dayna runs Sear Growth Solutions as the founder and CEO, overseeing the creation of strategic, financial, and operational management solutions for nonprofit organizations. Both companies pinnacle Dayna's decades of experience in nonprofit and art organizations.
Hello, FinTech builders and leaders. I'm Vasil Soloshuk from INSART, and this is our next episode of Guts, Grit, and the FinTech podcast. And this is the show for strong-minded entrepreneurs who are not afraid to transform the financial industry and who are not afraid to take the risk to get the reward and build the better financial future. And today, let me introduce Dayna Sear with Smart Grant Solutions. Hello, Dayna.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, doing well, and thank you for joining us today. And Dayna, can you tell us, please? So, what is your background, and how did you come to uh, become the founder?
Well, I am a management consultant who has worked with nonprofits for over 30 years, solving their financial grant management and compliance issues. And over that time period, as I was trying to solve these issues, I demoed many software products on the market, trying to see if there was an automated way to manage grants and keep these grants in compliance. And there wasn't anything on the market. So I decided I would see about how do you build a software that does that. So that's how I ended up in this market.
So, and who would be your ideal customer?
So our ideal customer on are nonprofits, usually with operating budgets between 1 million and 50 million, and they should have at least one grant. But the ideal customer would be someone who's managing multiple grants with multiple regulations around them. So a variety of government, foundation, and other types of funding streams.
hmm So, is it the type of clients with whom you worked as a consultant before? Is it correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And if talking about the grant management, so is it the only one value proposition? So, or are you trying to solve, the whole financial management issues that the nonprofits may have or not?
We are not trying to solve all of the financial issues that nonprofits have.
Okay.
I think that's why there was no product like this on the market. Mission Granted works with your accounting system. So you would still keep your financial accounting system. Maybe it would be help to back up a little bit and say that nonprofits, when they're managing grants, they usually are doing so in multiple interconnected spreadsheets. The financial accounting systems do not allow for a nonprofit to be able to budget for multiple funding streams and then manage those multiple funding streams as they're coming in and out throughout their fiscal year. So, Mission Granted is at first a budgeting tool, which is the cornerstone of grant management and compliance. But then it helps automate all of the back office things that are done in spreadsheets, super time consuming compliance burdens like personnel distributions, indirect allocations, compliance on allowability with government uniform guidance. So it is a niche product that focuses on these specific grant management and compliance needs, but works with your accounting system and your payroll system in order to do the things that you need to report to your funders.
hmm So, does it mean that you will need to integrate into this accounting system? So, how would it work? How would you interconnect the existing accounting system with your solution?
So, right now it is a manual load. So you would export a report and upload it into our system, and then our system will make journal entries and different reports for you that you could then integrate back into your accounting system. Over time, this will be more of a push pull integration rather than an upload.
Okay, okay. Dana, talking with more broad audience and with some investors, I hear sometimes that non-profit is not like a real business. From the other hand, I have another experience working with the non-profit companies and with the companies who actually build the software for non-profits. So, can you tell us a little bit more, like how big is the non-profit industry overall?
Well, the nonprofit industry, there are 1.8 million nonprofits in the United States. Um, the the market itself has a wide variety of types of businesses. Nonprofits generate um, uh, um, nonprofits are a huge cornerstone in the United States
Hmm.
economy. Um, for us, in our go to market, we feel like our a total addressable market size is about 3 billion, and
Hmm.
we are very specific in the way in which we're focusing how we're going to market. um, Human service industry is very big. The federal government gives about $28 billion worth of money to this industry, and the financial compliance and reporting requirements are huge
Hmm.
in that industry. So, our first vertical is the human services industry. I have lots of connections and deep knowledge in a subset of that market, which are victim services. So we are targeting the victim service industry first, which are about 3,000 organizations across the United States, with the larger human service market about 131,000 organizations. From there, the verticals move along different subsets of the nonprofit industry, but it is the nonprofit industry is a huge industry. These are businesses, and actually the financial compliance and financial accounting needs of nonprofit organizations are much larger and much more difficult than the for profit world.
And you mentioned that there is literally no competition or low competition for your solution. So, can you maybe unpack a little bit more about, are there other potential competitors of yours or not? So, how do you stand against the competition here?
So there is no solution like MissionGranted on the market. It fills a very niche, unique need in the market right now.
Hmm.
You have financial accounting systems on one hand who might say they help with, the various grant compliance needs in the market, but they might help with one or two little pieces, not a comprehensive solution. You have uh, grant management and compliance solutions for funders, people who are giving money to nonprofits.
Hmm.
They have a solution. Found It and other products like that are on the market, but there is no a compliance and management solution on the market that actually budgets for your grants in a way that allows you to see all of your grants in one place on one screen and manage multiple funding streams. I will say that the average nonprofit has about 35 different funding streams, and people in organizations in markets like human services can have 50 or 60 different grant funding streams alone. There is no budgeting tool that allows you to just budgeting tool alone that allows a nonprofit to view all these different funding streams and manage them in a strategic way. The end of the day, that's the problem. To your comment of nonprofits, not business, well, they're trying to solve some of the hardest problems in the world most of the times, yet the financial solutions are not there for them to be strategic to be able to do it. So
Mhm.
this is an issue not just for the nonprofits themselves, but something that I've found that funders are more interested in as well. How do we help create capacity for nonprofit
Mhm.
organizations to be strategic and act more like a business? At the end of the day, we're trying to
Mhm.
help them increase their mission impact. This helps them be more efficient across the board in the
Mhm.
way they're spending the money and the impact in the communities they serve.
So I have that experience myself. I sit on some of the boards of some of the non-profits, and actually the question is always uh, whether you're spending your money efficiently. So as soon as the goal is not to have the profit here. So the goal is actually to spend as most efficient as possible. And yeah, so this solution that allows you to actually monitor and evaluate whether you're spending efficiently is a really great solution. Um, Dana, so what is your progress with your startup, like in terms of traction, and maybe if you can share what other team members you have with you.
So we'll start with the team. I am the subject matter expert. I'm not a developer, and I've not ever developed a SaaS company before. But I have a very strong team around me who have lots of experience in building SaaS companies, specifically in the nonprofit and financial nonprofit space, and who have had a lot of success in exits in the past. Um, I've found that having this team has been super helpful in terms of being able to get the traction you're talking about. So, our initial round is $2 million. We've raised 1.2 million, and we're closing this round, hopefully by July of 2024. Um,
Mhm.
in terms of traction with the product itself, we have a demo, and I use that word lightly in that it's really sort of mock-ups in a presentation that walks people through how the product will work.
Mhm.
We've had 4 focus groups with about 26 to 28 attendees that range from the end users, which are CEOs, CFOs of nonprofit organizations, local and county governments, um, accountants, financial consultants, and even representatives of our national and local government. Um, in those demos, every single end user has said that they would purchase and use MissionGranted in their organization because it solves all of the pain points in which they experience. Um, every consultant and auditor has said that they would recommend MissionGranted. Our average promoter score from those demos is 9.5 out of 10. And We have been able to pre-sell to 16 early users, which will make up our alpha
Mhm.
and beta cohorts, generating over $209,000 worth of revenue over the 3-year initial contract period.
Wow, so it looks like a really great progress so far. Dayna, so how do you see the biggest challenge for you as a founder right now, and what are the primary objectives for the next half a year, 12 months going forward?
Right. So our biggest challenge right now is closing the round so that we can build the infrastructure to actually launch the product and go to market. So our timeline is to have our early users phase in beginning in July, and to launch the product to the general population in November of 24. And so right now we can build the product. We're sure we can get there. It's just a matter of being able to close the round to help to be able to build the infrastructure, to build the sales team and the customer support that we need to be able to launch the product. We're confident that we can sell this product once we get there. We just need to get the funding to get to that spot.
So, Dayna, thank you very much for sharing these insights on your journey and what you're doing, your progress, and good luck with the next steps. And thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Thank you. And for everyone watching us, so I encourage you to uh, follow up with Smart Grant Solutions going forward. And thank you for watching us today. And it was me, Vasil Soloshuk from INSART, and Dayna Sear from Smart Grant Solutions. And let's keep building fintech together. Bye bye.
Still watching us and have not subscribed yet? Let's fix this. Also, don't forget to like this video and take a look at the other episodes we have. See ya!